Guys, we're back. And we have a trailer here for the next banner. Of course, we already saw this seasonal banner in the Fate channel. But we're going to get to see the skills here and the weapon effects for these characters. I'm expecting this to be just like massive bait for Choose Your Legends. Because, of course, the next Choose Your Legends banner is basically in about a week. So they're going to try to bait as many orbs out of us as possible. We're starting things off with Mia here, who has this giant cotton candy behind her. She is an axe flying type unit. The artwork is pretty good. I've never been a Mia fan whatsoever. I love Tellius. It's my favorite in the entire series, but Mia is just one of those characters I've never really understood why she's as popular as she is, outside of the fact that she's waifu. Like, is that really it? That's all it takes for a character to be popular? Okay, Summertime Axe. We got 16 might and 1 range here. Enables Canto Rem +1, -1 special trigger, and then also grants all stats of 5. This should be a Fury effect where she's just getting +5 to all her stats on her BST. So these should be visible stats, which is pretty interesting. Okay, also at the start of turn, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants speed, defense, and res up 6. Neutralizes effective against flying bonuses, and reduces the percentage of foes' non-special DR by X% skills by 50% during combat to unit for 1 turn. Okay, basically she gives herself Iote's Shield and Legendary Camilla's DR Pierce effect. Okay, also at the start of turn, or at the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants a bonus to all stats equal to 15% of unit's speed at the start of combat. Neutralizes effects that inflict guard on unit. Unit deals +X damage times 5, where there's a max of 30, excluding AoEs, and reduces damage from foes' attacks by X times 3 during combat with a max of 18. That is quite a lot of numbers. Oh my god, 30 points of true damage and then 18 points of non-pierceable DR. Wow. Also, when foes attack triggers special and reduces damage further by X times 3, excluding AoEs, when X equals the number of bonus effects active on unit and foe, excluding stat bonuses. Wow. I mean, she's already giving herself 2 bonuses, right? So, how many would you need to get the max here? 6? You need 6 active bonuses. She's giving herself 2. Yeah, this is pretty substantial. It's not difficult to get a lot of start of turn bonuses. We've kind of like eased off of that a little bit though, because we have more units that can just mess with start of turn bonuses, like Nurgle, for example, Mythic Loki, Tina as well. Tina can do that too. So just stacking a bunch of bonuses, I mean, 6 is quite a lot, but if you actually do it, the numbers she's getting here is pretty high. Alright, also at the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, recovers 7 HP to unit after combat, so she has healing as well. We have Luna as the special, Speed and Defense Prime 4. We've already shifted away from running Prime 4 in the A slot, but I guess it is what it is. Okay, Pegasus Rift. Okay, I'm expecting this to basically just be Wyvern Rift, except for, like, instead of checking defense, this one should check res. So, inflicts attack and speed -4 on the foe. If unit speed plus res is better than the foe's speed plus res -10, excluding phantom effects, then unit deals +X damage, and then reduces damage from foe's first attack by X in combat. X's unit's res at the start of combat -30 with a -0 and a max of 10. First attack normally means only the first attack, and then in this case is actually brave attacks as well. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up, foe can't make a follow-up, and then it also increases the speed difference necessary for the foe to make a follow-up attack by 20 during combat. So we have a frozen effect here, of course, just like Wyvern Rift, and then we're getting true damage and true DR. So very powerful effect, of course. And then she has also attack and speed Rain Snap. So Mia looks like a pretty substantial unit here. As I said earlier, the bait is going to be in full force pretty much. She still took quite a hefty amount of damage, though, from Shamir there. 16 points. You would expect her to tank that a little better. Okay, next up we have Long Hair Lucia. Obviously from Path of Radiance, before things happen in Radiant Dawn and she cuts her hair. Not going to spoil that moment for anybody, but I mean, it's not really that big of a spoiler, but it's a pretty big moment for Lucia. Okay, so she is a Lance Infantry type, and I'm expecting her to have her ability to just, like, lock out specials. Drawn by the lovely Suzuki Rika, by the way. Very good artwork, which I didn't bring attention to, but this is pretty good art for Lucia. Okay, she's being attacked here by Loki. Interesting. Breezy Spear, 16 might, 1 range, grants attack up 3. Unit can counter attack regardless of foe's range. Built-in distant counter. Oh, wasn't expecting that to be in there. Okay, unit and target cannot trigger specials during combat or AoEs. Okay, yeah, obviously, that's one of the things Lucia is best known for. Also grants all stats of 5 to unit, grants bonus to units all stats equal to 15% of speed at the start of combat, and deals damage equal to 20% of speed during combat, and recovers 7 HP after combat. Disables skills of all other foes and allies during combat, excluding unit and the target. Okay, once again, that's what base Lucia did. And then disables the following effects for both unit and target during combat: defensive terrain, support effects, guaranteed follow-ups, effects that prevent follow-ups, effects that prevent counters, and effects that change attack. Oh, did she have that built-in Hardy Bearing before? I don't remember if OG Lucia had Hardy Bearing. She probably did, though, which obviously that's very good against units like Celica and all these units running around right now that are reliant on desperation effects or like Vantage effects. Erica would be another example of that. You just give all of them the middle finger, pretty much. A very, like, basic weapon, but this is the type of stuff that just never ages out, as base Lucia is still kind of usable, just off of the fact that she does this herself. Alright, then we have Rally Up Speed Plus, Attack and Speed Bulwark 4. And, oh, what? Gold Border Canto Control, huh? Firm Canto Curb. If foes within 4 spaces of this unit trigger Canto, inflicts Canto Control on that foe. Prevents after start of turn skills trigger action ends immediately status effect from being inflicted on unit and allies in 3 spaces of unit. What the hell is this? Alright, so Duo Leon is dead. Duo Satyr is dead. Why? Like, was Breath of Life 4 not enough of a counter to Duo Leon? I mean, he was still very good, obviously, but, like, this is... You want to talk about bait? This is bait right here. This is basically a must-pull. And then for unit and allies in 3 spaces a unit, neutralizes effects that would end their action as a result of foe's skills, or the after start of turn skills trigger action ends immediately status. Does not neutralize effects from Aether Raid structures or the special slot. Oh yeah, speaking of Aether Raids, this is pretty good for defense teams too, right? Because, like, people run Satyr on offense. She's a mythic hero, and then Duo Satyr's really good on offense. It basically shuts down the entire enemy team, or at least one very relevant unit on the enemy team. And with this, you can just stop that. So yeah, Gold Border Canto. There you go, guys. God damn it. Now I got to summon for this? Oh my god. I really wanted to just skip this banner and save for Choose Your Legends, but... I mean, I guess that's not happening at this point. Okay, here they're going to show her counter Satyr's effect. Yeah, she just, like, heals off Satyr's end turn. Okay, Leo is up next. Unfortunately for everybody that likes Leo, this guy is probably the demote. Alright, Colorless Tome Cav type. At least he's a demote Colorless Tome. Like, those are pretty rare. And Cavalry, we don't really have any Cavalry Colorless Tomes. Well, we have the Summer Micaiah, but, like, I'm talking, like, demote level. Okay, Juicy Bucketful Plus, 12 might, 2 range. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants attack up 6. And if unit initiates combat, unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack to unit for 1 turn. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants all stats up 4 to unit during combat, and deals plus X damage, where X is the number of bonus effects active on unit and the foe, excluding stat bonuses times 5 with a max of 25. Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty good weapon. Now, It's an inheritable colorless tome, which I guess Laurent would make pretty good use of this, but there's not really any colorless tome units that need an inheritable weapon, because all of them, for the most part, have perf weapons. But, I mean, this is like Valentine Selena level as far as weapons go. 25 points of true damage? Are you kidding me? It's quite a big number. Alright, then we have Glacies, we got Stillwater 3, and Fatal Smoke 3. Fatal Smoke 3 at this point, come on. Totally useless skill after Breath of Life 4. I don't even know why. Like, what was the reasoning to just completely kill off Fatal Smoke? Fatal Smoke did nothing to deserve what happened to it.
Quite a comfortable outfit.
Okay, I guess you're gonna enjoy a fruit salad with tomatoes and cucumbers if you want to inherit that weapon on your Laurent. Alright, and here we go with the Harmonic Hero. So we have Nephi and Sakura. Sakura being the backpack once again. I mean, she should have been the main hero at this point. Like, Nephi is popular enough. She only has one alt, which is the Dancer alt, but it's not like it would be difficult to give her more alts, right? Like, Sakura, on the other hand, this is like her first relevant unit in years. Well, not years, but since Duo Elise, pretty much. So, Red Tome flying Nephi. Okay. You know who would have been a better pair for Nephi? How about Heather? So they could, like, ship each other. Or, if not Heather, why not Braum, right? Like, Nephi has so many friends in Path of Radiance. They could have just made it a duo hero and have her paired up with someone more relevant to her than Sakura. But I guess it is what it is. Okay, Fluttering Fan, 14 might, 2 range, -1 special trigger. If there's an ally in 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, grants a bonus to all stats equal to, or, yeah, grants bonus to units attack speed, defense, and res equal to 5, plus the number of foes in 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit times 3, with a max of 14. And if any space in 2 spaces a unit has a Divine Vein effect applied or counts as difficult terrain, excluding impassable terrain, value is treated as 14 automatically. Okay. Yeah, pretty easy to activate then, like just all stats of 14. And neutralize foes' bonuses to speed and res from skills like Fortifies and Rallies during combat, and also if units attack can trigger unit special. Grant special cooldown count -1 to unit before unit's first attack, and special cooldown count -1 to unit before unit's first follow-up attack. Okay, so she's got double rally spectrum pretty much. Also, if unit's HP is not full, when triggering their special, unit deals +10 damage. If there's an ally in 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, and if unit's speed is better than the foe's speed, foe can't counterattack. For allies in 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, if allies attack can trigger ally special, neutralizes effects that inflict guard on ally, and grants special cooldown count -1 to ally before ally's first attack during their combat. And also, if allies' HP is not full when triggering their special, allies deal +10 damage. So, a pretty similar thing. This reminds me a bit of the Nerthuz unit from, when was it? The Kimono Nerthuz. I can't even remember. The Nerthuz, no, was it Bride Nerthuz? I don't even remember. The most recent Nerthuz unit that we got, basically, is who I'm talking about. She had an effect just like this, except instead of doing the +10 damage thing, she gave a damage reduction pierce ability. So, whichever one you like better. I mean, they're both pretty good, right? Just +10 true damage with -1 and nullify tempo, or nullify guard, rather. Pretty good effect here for support. Then we have Moonbow, attack and speed mastery. If unit has entered combat during the current turn, enables Canto 2. What the hell? At the start of combat, if foe's HP is over 50%, grants attack and speed up 7 to unit during combat, and also if any space in 2 spaces a unit has a Divine Vein effect applied, or counts as difficult terrain, excluding impassable terrain, grants attack and speed up 4 to unit during combat. Okay. I mean, this looks like catch, right? So this seems to be a upgrade to catch skills, I'm guessing. So that means, what is this? Tier 5 catch, Canto 2, and attack and speed up 11. How about that? You guys think that's good? Flying and cavalry only, though, should be... Because this is catch, right? So that should be it. Wow, resonance again already. Okay. And then speed and res crux. Yeah, so they've done a pretty good job of giving, like, all of the emblem skills to other heroes now. I don't know if you would want to fodder your copy of Nephi, though, for resonance. I guess you could. She's pretty good. She seems really strong, and she's got the nice support effect, but at this point, like, the fodder is just so stupid that you're probably just better off foddering some of these units now.
So much catches my eye.
Okay, harmonic skill grants attacking speed of 6, resonant blades, and unit can move 1 extra space, of course, to unit and allies from the same titles as unit for 1 turn, and neutralizes any penalty on unit and allies from the same title as unit. Yeah, pretty good. +1 movement, always a good effect to have. Party-wide, so Path of Radiance and Fates. Not the hottest titles right now, because I don't think Emblem Ike is from Path of Radiance. He counts as Radiant Dawn and Engage. Who is even good from Path of Radiance? All of the good, like, Tellius characters are from Radiant Dawn instead of Path of Radiance. So I guess, like, giving +1 movements to Fate's characters would be what you're doing here.
This is fun.
Alright, I think Nephi's really good for fodder. I don't know how good she is on her own, though. I mean, she's obviously going to be pretty good, but, like, that mastery skill seems pretty good. Alright, of course, Takumi is the Tempest Trial. We already know that from the Fate channel. Alright, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. My consensus here is Lucia seems to be in must-pull. Her C skill alone is like must-pull status. Mia seems pretty good. Nephi seems pretty good, but her fodder is like way better than Mia's fodder, so I would probably give the push to her. And then Leo's weapon is really good, but there's no one to give it to. So that's kind of an RIP. I guess he could use it himself and just run Leo. So I would say Lucia's in first, followed by Nephi in second, and then Mia's in third place. So that would be the order of, like, sparking value if you're going to spark on this banner. So I will catch you guys in just a moment when we come back, because of course there's going to be the refines are coming up and also the data mines as well. So stick around for that, and I will catch y'all again in just a sec.